Hello everyone, this is Robert from RC Archery, and today I've got a video that I'm going to try to as accurately put on here float patterns as I can. It's not quite the same as what I would see just looking through my pen and through my scope housing, but it's going to give you an idea on what it might look like. Kind of look at just the motions, figure eight patterns, just different looks and everything about it. So to start out with, I'm going to draw the bow back now and just hold as normal, like I normally would, and give you that float pattern. I'm going to let down, and then I will draw the bow back again, let you see what it would look like when you have a lot of tension in your hand, let you see the differences in that, and then also show you what it would look like without relaxing the proper muscles in the tops of your shoulders and creating that bobbing effect up and down with your shoulder. Alright, so again, this first one, just drawing back on the target, it's going to be my normal float. Alright, now I can't see the pin super well through the lens of the video camera here, so don't get on me too hard if I'm not in the center of the target. Just kind of give you an idea of the pattern and everything on there. Alright, and this first one, or the second one rather, it's going to be with tension in my bow hand. I'll let you see the differences there. So you'll notice with that one, had a lot more left to right movement. That's because you're basing off the muscles in the thumb pad and in some in the palm too, just depending on how you have the grip in your hand there. And basically just wobbling back and forth because you're not creating a pocket there, you're not soft in your hand, and it's allowing it to wobble back and forth because it's basing off of muscle tissue. Alright, on this last one here, I'm going to draw back. I'm not going to relax my upper shoulder and lower neck muscles. I'm going to allow you to see what it would look like as far as a bob up and down. Okay. So notice that it's more so fighting. You've got to fight to keep it up on target, and it's allowing it to drop down, so you're having to fight and bring it back up again. Also going to do one more. I'm not going to fire the arrow. I don't have clearance the way that I have the camera set up on here, but what I'm going to do with this one is set the bow arm so it would be normal and relaxed, and then I'm going to keep the tension in the release side, and then I'm going to simulate trying to go through and fire that shot and add a little bit of tension through my back, and then you'll see that pin actually start to come down, and that's because you're creating that incline between your bow shoulder and your release side. Alright, so on that one, held on the target, and then I started pulling and increasing a little bit more and let it go ahead and drop that pin down, and then I decreased the pressure, brought it back on target, and did it a couple times just to kind of see it and get an idea of it bobbing up and down, and have a reference point and everything there. I'm going to do one more, just normal hold for what it would be for me. After holding the bow up and shooting for a little bit, I'm hoping it will somewhat simulate a situation where, you know, maybe your nerves are a little bit higher, or the end of the round when you're starting to get tired, something like that, and maybe see the differences between float between this and what it was at the very first. So I could definitely see a little bit more movement in that, just myself. Also saw where I was actually starting to drop my bow arm a little bit too, and I think that's just muscles wearing down and letting it drop some. But that kind of gives you an idea. It gives you a basic, you know, look and everything to see what that is. And I know that's something that several people have asked me for, and hopefully this video will kind of show and illustrate that as best as I could here. And you know, I'm going to keep thinking of ideas and keep trying things out. And if I can get one that looks a little bit better or works better, I'll definitely update this and put a new one out there. Till then, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. And I hope this worked out pretty well for you, and, you know, maybe let you see, you know, an insight into what it might look like.